Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back for another TOS video. So Hades is once again back and we're just gonna make a fool out of himself again, right? He's gonna make a fool out of himself. So anyway, today in this ultimate stage video, we're gonna take down all the achievements, right? First and foremost, we're gonna do the water as well as 5 or more races, right? After that, we'll do the 4 members or less, right? So for the mono water as well as 5 or more members, maybe I'll show a bit of new gameplay, right? Since we have not featured all of the Pili Puppet series. So we have finally the rare water card that I haven't got since the past few videos, right? So after the 200% increase, I finally got him. Okay, so anyway, battle 1, we have Cerberus, no skill, right? This is how basic old ultimate stage is, right? So next, moving on. So okay, I kind of forgot to on the skill confirmation there, right? Just for you guys. So we have 40% HP reduction. Feels like a normal stage, right? Like a typical bi-weekly battle kind of standard now, right? To be honest, I think like nowadays the bi-weekly battle is harder than this particular ultimate stage. Okay, so next up we have 2 Baphomers with double hit, right? And then at CD 3 and 5. I'm trying to remember like our old team setup, right? Like why do we need like 5 turns to take down Baphomet? Alright, maybe it was super hard last time, right? I can't really remember. Okay, so anyway, the main difficult stage, right, of this difficult, like at that point of time, right, was this stage, Beowulf with Dragon Racism together with Lockdown. So here, I would say this card is gonna be, especially this water card, this water leader is gonna be very, very effective against this stage, right? Because of his extra attack that is dealing, I think, 3 times the original personal attack, right? With that, that's gonna bypass the defense and kill Beowulf off. Right, so next we have the power release material, right? So you kind of see this is your luck whether it's gonna drop or not. Right, so typically for me it's not gonna drop and I don't need it anyways, right? So let's just kill it and move on. 6 HP, kill it off. Right, so next stage we have Artemis with Mars runes, right? Not Mars trails, not I don't know, it's just a typical high chance of dropping Mars runes, right? And that's not gonna affect us in any way. Right, so we're just gonna do a normal spin and then move on to the next battle. Right, so this is by I think it's gonna be like the easiest Mars rune kind of skill, right? High chance of dropping Mars runes is just pretty much gonna be 3 or 4 Mars runes that's gonna drop down. Alright, so next up we have Liu Bu here with 20% Tumbler Shield. Right, so by right, 20% Tumbler Shield, you have to survive for like 5 turns or so. Right, so I brought in Power Release Ice Toragon there. Right, that's gonna snipe off a bit of his HP, and that's gonna reduce the amount of rounds that we have to stay in this battle. Right, I could have brought more snipers, right, because we have to fulfill the achievement, right? Hence I only brought 1. So if you brought multiple snipers, or even better, you run a Ra team. No, you can't run a Ra team because it's Beowulf, right? If you brought multiple snipers, you can pretty much take down this stage in 1 hit. So all you have to do is just to survive a few turns and then there goes Liu Bu. Right, so one good one useful member to bring will be Odus, right? PR Odus, because of his Amelioration 4, right? Kind of recovers a bit of HP for you, right? So if you're lacking Earth rune, if you're lacking Heart runes, right, you can actually heal up using Odus. Okay, so we are here at Hades. So finally on Odus, on Su Huanzhen, right? I think I pronounced that wrongly as well. Okay, which is the water leader, and Power Release Water Keeper, right? And you can see here, I don't think compulsion, I didn't hit the compulsion button. Yes, that's gonna take down the entire stage, right? Which I find this amusing, right? Because this is the kind of stage that we kind of struggle on back then. 2 years back, I think so. It's about 2 years back, right? The first time Hades came out. So anyway, there's gonna be 2 achievements done, 5 or more races, as well as mono water. Right, so I'm gonna form up my 4-member or less team, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so 4 or less members, right? So we're just gonna go with 4. Norse. Right, I think this is by far, like, I think it's gonna be one of the easy setup, I would say, because it constantly have a high drop rate of Earth runes. Right, so the reason why I brought Freya instead of Thor, right, if you're wondering, is because I find having a 4-member setup is gonna be more difficult at the Beowulf stage than Hades himself. Right, so I brought Freya just for the attribute advantage at Beowulf stage. Right, the rest of the stage is pretty much easy and no problem at all. Right, as you can see, Cerberus, even with attribute disadvantage, 1-hit KO. Right, so we have Charon here with 40% HP reduction once again. Right, so you can see, okay, there's 3 set of massive overkill. Right, so VR, I'm still loving the VR system, right, for this Norse. Auto-generate to the max 2 enchanted runes, so that if you're farming stages which have like enchanted shield salamanders, right, Norse team, it's very easy to take down those stages if you're farming. Right, so where are we at now? Okay, we are at Beowulf now. Right, so at Beowulf, it's important that you try to accumulate more Earth runes on the board, right, and try to activate ameliorations, right. So you can see only Odin damage went through, which means that you need to dissolve either more Earth runes or activate more ameliorations, as you can see back there. Right, so next we have power release material. I think this round it did drop, right. So for me, running a 4-member team is pretty much 2 rounds needed to take down this stage here, unless you break through the defense. Right, so I'm not interested in breaking the defense, right? Like, what's the point of dissolving so much Earth runes, right? And then might encounter a rune drop in the next turn. So we have Artemis once again here. Oh, it didn't drop. The power release material didn't drop. Okay, so you can see I'm constantly activating the amelioration for Freya, right? Which is a very important part of Norse gameplay, right? You need to do that to maximize the amount of damage a Norse team can possibly output. Right, so we're back here at Lupu, right? So it's the same concept as the first team that I showed you guys. Just activate the defense dragon to chip off a bit of HP, and then after that, you kind of grind off the back part of the HP. Right, so for Earth especially, like Earth Norse, you have plenty of HP, you have plenty of recovery as well. So I don't think you're gonna face any sort of difficulty at this stage. So there's one more spin. I think we're gonna left with a tiny bit of HP, right? Yep. And then we can actually use the defense dragon to kill it off. But we didn't, because we're gonna accumulate more Earth runes for Hades stage. Okay, so at this point of time, notice that I have a lot of Earth runes on the board, right? So there's no need for that huge Freya Odin convert. So here I use Almighty Allfather, right, for the damage boost, and just 3 Earth rune convert, and then Gangner Coronation, and then enchant all the Earth runes. Right, so here you can see I'm just mainly focusing on dissolving 1 full column below Freya. Right, the rest doesn't matter, and out come the massive damage output. And that's GG. Right, so this is pretty much a simple walkthrough. I don't think you guys will need a walkthrough for ultimate stage like this, really, right? Unless you're looking for interesting teams to clear the achievement. Right, so what is fun would be the Nightmare stage, right, which I'll be recording right after this, right? So stay tuned for that. So meanwhile, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.